Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, TimTheTatman 2, the Just Chatting podcast version of me. We got a banger for you today. I've been doing a lot of tier lists. I've been ranking a lot of stuff, right? What you're about to watch in this video in particular isn't a tier list, but it's essentially me ranking Warzone weapons. I'm not actually moving images down on a list like you might have seen in the other videos. This video in particular is me just kind of talking about the history of Warzone and what I think the top 10 guns essentially were. Be sure to drop a like on this. Be sure to share it with a friend. If you're not subscribed to this YouTube, TimTheTatman 2, hit the sub button and ring the bell. Okay. Thank you for doing that. Be sure to tell somebody you love them. All right. I'll catch you in the next one. 25 from Mon. Hey, Tim, if you had to give a list of your 5 favorite Warzone weapons of all time, before nerfs, after buffs, whatever, give me your top 5 favorite weapons in Warzone of all time. Top 5. First one that comes to mind is the Grau, bro. The Grau. When that Grau was meta, I loved it. Grau's definitely one. Has to be. I would say the Bruin pre-nerf is one that I really enjoyed as well. I like that gun a lot. I like that Bruin. I know it hit really hard, but I liked it. And I mean, now that we're getting 3 bursted by an AUG, I guess we can really appreciate what the Bruin was. I have to say the Kilo pre and post buff. So like, I liked the Kilo before it was even buffed. And then when it got the buff, obviously it was insane. You know, this is probably one that not a lot of people would put in their top 5 favorite weapons in Warzone, but I loved the Origin. I didn't like the R9 because in my opinion, the R9 was a little too strong. But I liked the play style of the Origin a lot. The problem was the R9 with the fire rounds kind of took that over. But that Origin, it was just do. I really enjoyed that, actually. It was really fast, a lot of hip fire. That's kind of my play style. I need the last one. What's my last pick on that? Top 5 Warzone weapons. I think I have to put the Modern Warfare MP5 when that was meta. Oh, this is hard. Did I like the Diamatis better than that? I think I did. I forgot about the Diamatis, bro. I really like those. I love the Diamatis before they got nerfed. I know they were a little too strong, but I love them, man. I'm going to go Diamatis. I like the Diamatis. I did. That Modern Warfare MP5 is a really close 5, though. Just it's like 6, but really close to 5. But I really, really, really loved the Diamatis. And I know that's kind of like frowned upon because a lot of people thought they were way too broken. I was all in on them. You get Ghost off the rip. You can use these pistols that were insane. I like them. I would say that's my top 5 Warzone gun list. M4. M4 is good, but it's not as good as the other. I mean, this was my list, right? I did not enjoy the M4 as much as I enjoyed the other ones. Guys, I like the Car 98, but I mean, you know me right now. I like my Tundra more than the Car 98, bro. I do. What was my first one? Grau, Kilo, Bruin, Origin. I love the Origin. Diamatis. That's kind of my top 5. If you guys want me to give 5 more, like my 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Because I have them. I'll just do it. Forget it. Why not? 6 would be that Modern Warfare MP5. That Modern Warfare MP5 I loved it a lot. So Modern Warfare MP5, in my opinion, is number 6. Number 7, I gotta put the M13 in there. The M13 was the very first gun that I ever used. The M13, if you guys remember, I ran M13 RPG. That was like my first main loadout I really ran a lot of. I love the M13. I know some people aren't huge on it, but that M13, I love that. That's probably number 7. A lot of you are saying the DMR. I did like the DMR. I know that's crazy, but I do. I like the DMR. And especially, the thing is now that I'm getting triple bursted with the AUG, it made me appreciate the DMR more. That makes sense? Because in my opinion, man, this AUG meta that we got is worse than the DMR. At least with the DMR, they had to kind of hit shots. Here's what I would say. With the DMR, you have to hit 3 shots. DMR, you got to hit 3 shots. You at least got to hit 2 body, 1 head. bare minimum. With this AUG, you can 2 burst. It's 2 shots. That's all it is. I don't agree with you, chat. I think I'm right. DMR, you had to hit 3 shots. You had to. You couldn't, and with the AUG, you only need to hit 2 shots. That's it. I'm putting the DMR at 8. I like the DMR. I do. I liked it. That was my Nick. He didn't believe in it when we were first using it. I like the DMR a lot. I'd put the DMR at 8 for me. 9 and 10. You know what gun I used a lot? And I feel like a gun that's kind of been good throughout a lot of Warzone, but not the best, but definitely not the worst, is the MP7. I used the MP7 for when I first started playing Warzone and I first was trying to figure loadouts out. The MP7, bro, you could almost use the thing as like a mid to close range. Running the MP7 with a sniper was a lot of fun. I put the MP7 at 9. That's a fun gun. And then what would my last gun be? I think I gotta say AMAX. I didn't use snake shots. A lot of you are saying snake shots. I never used them. I wish I did. I didn't use them. I think number 10 for me would be either the AMAX or the Bullfrog. And I think I like the AMAX over the Bullfrog. That AMAX, man, even before Cold War came in, I was using that AMAX. I like that gun a lot. So I'd say AMAX is number 10. That's probably my top 10 list. My top 10 Warzone gun list. AS Val I like, but it was too broken. I mean, that AS Val was shooting through rocks, man. Come on. Cali sticks, yeah. Cali sticks are number 11. Okay, I kind of got distracted with that question. Sorry, guys. If you're really into Harry Potter, you probably know where this hoodie's from, as opposed to if it was just like Hogwarts or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like a subtle Harry Potter hoodie. You know what I mean? Where did I get it? I got it in this hoodie is at Universal Studios. I'm trying to remember which side. Anyone know? It's Universal Studios. It's in the Harry Potter section. It's like right outside, but I can't. There's two Harry Potter worlds in Universal. There's Islands of Adventure and there's Universal Studios. I think this one is Islands of Adventure side. I think. Don't quote me on that though. But you see the night bus like right outside of Diagon Alley. Jeez, my brain, bro. All that was in my head was Hogsmeade. I don't know why. All that was in my head, I couldn't, like, my brain wouldn't let me get past Hogsmeade. I don't know why. But yeah, it's right outside Diagon Alley, and there you see the bus, and these are for sale on the bus at Universal Studio. Hashtag not an ad, just to be clear. I love Universal Studios, man. I do. You know, it's funny. Growing up, when I was younger, I went to Disney a lot, right? We would live in New York, and me, my dad, our family, you know, cousins, etc. We would all carpool down to Florida. We would drive. And it was always like this little fun trip. We had walkie-talkies, and we drove down together. I don't know if any of you, man, this is kind of aging me here, but we didn't really have like iPads or phones or shit like that. So we'd have walkie-talkies to talk to each other in the cars. Because it was just like, so we'd have some fun, and we'd have like coloring books. Needless to say, but we would go to Disney. I went to Disney a handful of times when I was a kid, man. That was like our big family vacation. We probably went, if I had to ballpark, by the time I was 15, I probably went to 15 or 16. I probably went to Disney probably 7 or 8 times, like a good amount, honestly. But I got to be completely honest with you, man. The older I get, the more I like Universal over Disney. I do. I kind of hate to admit it because I used to go to Disney all the time, but Universal is just, I will say, I think part of the reason I like Universal so much, I think part of it is they have Harry Potter World, and I love Harry Potter. So like that kind of that's kind of like a factor for me, I think. But bro, as far as rides and stuff go, I think Universal's got Disney beat. What I would say about Disney is, like, my son, I think we'll take him because he loves Mickey and stuff like that, right? So we'll go and we'll bring him to what is it, Magic Kingdom, and let, like, you know, do that whole thing. But it's almost like, I think if you have a kid, I think you go Disney more. But if you're like a teenager, you have like teenagers, I think Universal's more of a W. And me personally, I'm more drawn to Universal. I enjoy Universal more. I like going to the parks more. Just what it's my own. They're both good, but if you made me pick one, I'd pick Universal. The one thing Disney has that Universal does not. Does anyone know what I'm going to say? You got to remember I'm fat, right? Epcot, bro. Epcot is the Epcot's the one. Whenever we go down there, I always we'll go to Universal. We'll go to, you know, both sides of Universal, but I'll always make it a point to go to Epcot. Always. I do like Epcot a lot. The problem is I can't really bring Brew to Epcot. You know, my kid, I can't. I'm not going to be walking around Epcot with my 2-year-old. You know what I mean? That's more of an adult one, you know? But Epcot's great. Epcot is great. And, you know, I like the Tower of Terror. I'll say that too. The Tower of Terror is a cool ride. The atmosphere when you walk up, the way they made everything look. Tower of Terror is a pretty cool ride. I'll say that too. And I like, what's the one with the Yeti? What's the Yeti ride? I can't remember where that is either. Shows how much I know about Disney. Everest, bro, right? Expedition Everest. That ride is pretty cool too. I think it's Animal Kingdom. Anyway, I don't even know how I got on that tangent, boys. Wow, we're in for one today. If I'm on a 20-minute tangent about Universal before I even read one dono today. I've never seen Star Wars. Okay, wait. That's gonna get clipped out of context. I've never seen Star Wars in Disney. I've seen Star Wars movies. I've never seen Star Wars in Disney. Because that's all new, right? Isn't their whole Star Wars thing all new? I've never seen it. I've never seen that. So I do want to see that too. A lot of you are talking about the Avatar ride. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. I heard it was overrated. I'm just keeping it a buck. We have some friends that are like amusement park fiends, and they said it wasn't worth it because it's such a long line. It's just crazy. It's usually like a 2 to 3 hour wait, and they said the Avatar was just not worth the wait. Your friends don't know shit. Oh.